Hello, everyone. Welcome to the fourth Winter Data and AI Meetup. Thanks for joining us today. Our next speaker is Manishkumar Pansari, lead data engineer at EPAM India. In this talk, he will explain how Databricks enables secure and scalable data sharing using data sharing, along with practical insights and real-world examples. If you enjoy this event, please like and subscribe to support our community. Your feedback helps us improve future meetups. And if you have any questions, please write them in the chat. We will discuss them after the talk. And now let's welcome our speaker, Manish. The floor is yours.
Yeah, thanks, Lisa. Hey, hi everyone. So this is Manish Pansari, and I'm currently working as a lead data engineer with EPAM system. My work location is Pune. I'm going to office in hybrid model. And in my free time, I like to ride my bike, watching movies, playing badminton with my friends. So that's all about myself. So apart from that, like I have done multiple certifications, which is on Azure on the Databricks side. On the Databricks side, I have done Spark 3.0 certification, then Data Engineer Associate, Data Engineer Professional, Gen AI Associate, as well as I have completed the Solution Architect Championship program as well. So this is the info that I want to share with you. Now, for this tech talk, we have multiple agenda items that we are going through for this talk. So the first point will be like what is delta sharing. Then we are going to discuss why delta sharing. The third point will be like architecture overview of that. Fourth will be like use cases. Fifth, best practices. Then we will have a demo where we are going to share the data from one Databricks workspace to another Databricks workspace. Then we are going to compare it with multiple other options that are currently available on market to share the data between multiple sources and recipients. Then the limitation of the delta share. Again, there will be one more demo that will be based on how we can share the data from Databricks to Power BI. And the last part will be like question and answer session. Okay. Yeah. So the first point is like, what is the need of data sharing? Let's assume that you have one situation in your enterprise applications. You have sales data which is available in your one applications, and you have marketing data that is completely available in your another system, and both the systems are independent and the data is not able to communicate with each other. That means the data available in both the systems are not be able to connect. And if you want to do the analysis on both the data, you will not be able to do that. That means the data silos in enterprises, both the data are available but they are not available to each other. So this is the one reason we want delta sharing to available the data between multiple applications. Then the second point is like, what is the challenges we are facing in the traditional data sharing? There are multiple challenges if we are doing this sharing the data from one system to another system. There are multiple challenges. One of the challenges is security. Security is the main concern, how you can provide the safe data between one system to another system. Then the third point is like, in most of the data sharing process currently available in the market, the real time data sharing is very low. That means there are some latency between your source data and the recipient data. That means the data you receive, there are lagging in the real time scenario. That's why we need a system that can provide the data in near real time. Then the fourth point is like rise of data collaboration. That is again, if you want to work on a data engineering projects, you need data from multiple sources. And how the sources, I mean, those are the sources that contains the data in their own application. So we need a mechanism that can share the data across multiple platform or multiple application. All these points lead to delta sharing that is available in the Databricks. Okay. So what is delta sharing? Delta sharing is an open protocol that is developed by Databricks to share the data between multiple platforms. Now we have three types of delta sharing. The first type of delta sharing is like Databricks to Databricks sharing. That means your source will be Databricks and your recipient will be Databricks. That means you are sharing the data from one Databricks workspace to another Databricks workspace. The other part is the second option is like the Databricks open sharing protocol. That means in this protocol, you can share the data from Databricks to another application like Power BI or Pandas. That means your source will be the Databricks, but your recipient will be another application like Power BI. The third part is like custom managed, in which the Databricks is not mandatory. That means if you don't have Databricks at the source level or at the recipient level, even you will be able to share the data. That is custom managed. And you have to create a custom protocol to implement the third type of uh, sharing. So here in this demo, in today's demo, we are going to see the data, how we can share with Databricks to Databricks sharing protocol. And in next demo, we will share the data from Databricks to Power BI. Now, this is the data sharing architecture overview. So you want to share the data. So there must be a source system. This source system is known as provider. Provider is the one who is sharing the data. You can assume it as a source system. Now, you are providing the data, but at the other end, there should be a recipient. That means who is collecting the data. So this is known as the recipient. A recipient is one who receive the data from source. Now, provider is the source, recipient is the target. And we have one more terminology, which is share. Share is like it is a read only collection of tables and views or other things that you want to share. So provider will create a share, and share will be collection of views or tables that will be shared with the recipient. So basically you have to remember three things in the data sharing architecture: provider who provide the data, share which is a collection of tables or views that we are going to share, and the third one is the recipient who collects the data. Okay. Now, in this slide, we are going to check few points. What was the availability in the traditional sharing and the data sharing? So, first point is format. If you are doing a traditional sharing, it is proprietary. That means it is completely owned by the system or the application. While if you are using data sharing, is an open source protocol. Everyone can use it. In the traditional system, we have limited clients. But if you are using data sharing, we have more options. You can share the data with the Databricks, you can share the data with Pandas, Spark, Python, or Power BI as well. In the traditional sharing, we have some issue with the real-time data sharing. There were latency when we are sharing the data with the help of traditional sharing. But if you are using data sharing, you can get the data in real time, and we are going to see this example in our use case as well. In the data setting, we have a strong governance. It is backed by Unity Catalog. With the help of Unity Catalog, you will have the strong governance, but it was lacking in our traditional sharing. Then there is one limitation, what I can say. With the help of traditional sharing, you can use any other file formats like CSV, JSON, or other file formats. But if you're using a delta sharing, your table or views must be in the delta lake only. You will have a delta tables that only you can share the data. Then again, on the security part, the security was the main concern that was missing in the traditional sharing, but it is available in the delta sharing with the help of Unity Catalog again. On the performance side, traditional sharing was slow, and with the help of delta sharing, you know that you can share the data in real time, so you will have a high performance as compared to the other uh, traditional sharing. Okay, okay. So this is the overview of delta sharing. You can see here there is a business unit 1 which is available in Databricks workspace. There is business unit 2 which is again available in the another Databricks workspace, and both the workspace are managed by Unity Catalog here. Now with the help of data sharing, what you can do, you can share the data with another workspace which is business unit 3, or with the help of data sharing, you can share the data to the Power BI, which is available as a business unit 4 here. So this diagram represents us like source is business 1 and business 2, and recipient is like business unit 3 and business unit 4. And these are managed by data sharing. Again, I'm reiterating it, like open sharing is like you can share the data from Databricks to non-Databricks workspace, that is Power BI. And Databricks to Databricks sharing is like just like you can see from this example, business unit 3 is receiving the data, which is again a Databricks workspace, so that is a Databricks to Databricks sharing. Okay. Now, what type of ecosystem that can achieve the data with the help of data sharing? We have Pandas, we have Spark, we have Power BI. We can share the data to Tableau or REST API as well with the help of data sharing. Even if you don't have the non-Databricks environment, you can share the data with the help of custom managed Databricks data sharing. And the vendor lock-in is also not required here. Again, the use cases is like you can share the data between multiple cross region. Let's assume you are working on the project that contains the data in multiple workspace, and for the one of the use cases, your sales data is in one Databricks workspace, your marketing data is another workspace. You want to collaborate both the data sources to get the insights. What you can do, you can use delta share. With the help of delta share, you can get the data in real time and you can do the collaborations. The external partner collaboration, which is again the example of Power BI, where we can share the data with the help of Databricks to Power BI. Then the third one is like data monetization. With the help of delta share, you can use all these three options. Coming to our deployment options, we have multiple options here as well for the Databricks delta sharing. First one is like it is native in Databricks. You can create the share and deploy in the Databricks as well. Then the other option is like we have open source server, and the third one is like you can use on-prem or another cloud options as well, like Azure, GCP, or AWS. I know all the things are theoretical, but you will get more understanding while we do the demo. How security and governance is managed in DeltaShare. So all the data sharing is managed by Unity Catalog. So with the help of Unity Catalog, you can manage the governance and the security. You can provide the access to a particular user even on the catalog level or the schema level or the table level. You can provide the row level security. You can provide the column level security. If you want to revoke any access to any user or service principal, you can do that with the help of Unity Catalog as well. And all the things that you are doing, that is managed by Databricks audit logging. That means if you're providing the access to a user, it will be audit. If you are revoking the access, it will be audit again. So these are backed by Unity Catalog here. Now there are some advantages of delta sharing as compared to other protocols. Like delta share is open, and it is, second point is it is like independent of client. Then we don't have any vendor lock-in for the delta selling, and the most important point is like it provides data in real time, and we have security that is managed by Unity Catalog. So these are the advantages as compared to the Snowflake sharing, or if you are sharing the data with the help of API. Okay, so now this is the interesting part, and I'm going to create a demo where we will have multiple workspace, two workspace, from where I'm going to share the data from one workspace to another workspace. Okay, now you can see that this is the one workspace and this is the another one workspace. So if you want to share the data, I'm going to share the data with the help of one workspace to another. What I'm going to do first, this is my source workspace. I'm going to create one cluster. I'm going to start a cluster. Okay, to share the data from one source to another source, a table or volume or view is required. For that, I'm going to create one catalog. You can see the plus sign here. With the help of that, I'm going to create a catalog. Let's name it source share source catalog. I'm using by default setting here. It is going to create one catalog. You can see that source catalog is created. Now in the UC catalog, in the Unity catalog, there is three namespace work hierarchy. So that means if you have a catalog, you have to create one schema as well. So here is this is the option. I'm going to create a schema. Let me create it. I'm naming it as source schema. Now our source schema is also created. And we want, in this demo, we are going to share the data, which will be a table. So I need to create a table as well. There are multiple options. One option is like you can create by dragging and dropping off the files. Let me browse the file. We have an employee data file that I have created for this demo. Let me open it. Now you can get multiple options here. You can choose which catalog you want to do, which schema you want, or if you want to name a table, You want to rename it, you can do it from here as well. Let me rename it as employee data source, and you can preview the data as well. Here we have 5 records, so I'm going to create this table. It will take a few seconds. So our table is already being created. This table we want to share with another catalog in another Databricks workspace. I just want to show you the data, how data is looking like here. So here we have the query SQL editor. From the help of SQL editor, you can run your query. Let me do a select star from this table. Now you can see that we have 5 rows available in this table, and we want to share this data with another workspace. So we have just created the tables in our catalog. This is the source data we are going to share. To create one share, this is we have to be provide the permissions. Like, you want to share the data, you should have the permission to share it. So what we are going to do, we have to provide the permissions to my user. I'm going to give the permission. Okay, this is the grant option. I am going to give permission. What you want to do, you have to create a provider, you have to create a share, and you have to use the provider, and you have to use the share. These 4 options you have to make it possible. And I'm giving my name here as, I'm giving permission to myself. Now I have given the permission. That means now I can share the data. To share the data, what have to do, we will open this data sharing part, and you have 2 options here: shared with me. That means if anyone others has shared the data with you, you will get all the details here. And shared by me, that means which data you are going to share, you can include here. Now you are the provider and you want to share the data, right? But whom? That means you need a recipient. That means you have to create one recipient. You can provide the recipient name, like a recipient. Manish. Okay, and we are sharing the data from one Databricks workspace to another. That means we have to use Databricks part here, not the open part. Open part is for when we are going to share the data with another application except Databricks. So we will going to use Databricks here. Now there is one option which is sharing identifier. With the help of this identifier only, you will the provider will know where to share the data and how you will get this sharing identifier. So what you have to do, you have to go to the another workspace where you want to receive the data. Then again you have to go to the setting, you have to open the data sharing. Now you can see that here, this is the part where you can copy the sharing identifier. I'm copying the sharing identifier of the receiver end. So I have copied it. Again, I'm going to my first workspace, which is provider. I'm copying the value and I'm creating a recipient. So we just have created the recipient. Okay. Now you go to your catalog and you go here on the data sources. This is the table you want to share. What you can do, you have an option from here, share. Just click on it. Then you will get one more option, share via delta sharing. Just click on it. Now there are 2 options you will get. You want to add this table to an existing share, or you want to create a new share. I don't have any existing share, so I will not get any option here. So I have to create a new share. Now you have to provide the share name as well. Let me name it share with Manish. This is the name of my share. You have given the name of share, here is the option you can provide the name of recipient as well. So I'm just checking my name, the recipient that I have created. I'm selecting it and I'm sharing it. That's all. You have shared the data from your side. That means right now we have just provided the this table as a delta share. Again, we can check it. We can go here. You can go to shared by me. Now you can see that we have shared, we have created the share with the recipient. And in the share, you can also check which table you are sharing. If I'm clicking this table will open. You can see that we are sharing this table only. Okay. Now, from the provider side, we have done all the things. On the recipient side, what we need to do? If I go here again on the catalog side, we need to check if we received the tables or not. So here you can see that we don't have any catalog that is sharing, that give us the table that we have shared from Databricks workspace 1. Let me start the cluster. Okay, there is one important thing we have to keep in our mind is like, just like while we are sharing the data from provider, we have given certain permission like use share, create share. Just like that, we have to provide permission here as well to get the data. So what type of permission I'm going to provide? It will be like, first let me add the name, the user here. I'm going to receive the data. So what we have to do? We have to make it use recipient, use share, then create recipient. All these things we have to create. I have provided permission to myself. Now let me check if I am able to see the data or not. Let me go to the catalog. Okay, is there any problem? Okay, I think my screen just stuck. Let me reconnect it. Just give me a moment. I think there's some problem with my laptop. Lisa, hello.
Yes, I'm here.
Lisa, are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So there is one problem with the Internet Explorer. I don't know why it is not working. Just keep 1 minute. Let me check. Yeah. Okay. Now it's working, I think. Okay. You are able to see that screen, right? My Databricks workspace.
You need to share your screen.
Okay.
We can see it.
You can see it, right?
Yes, yes, great.
Okay. Okay, okay. I'm really sorry. I don't know what was happening, but the things like, yeah. So we shared the data. We have added the data here in the provider. Now we want to check level. So what I need to do as a recipient, we have to go here in data sharing part, and we can see that there is one option shared with me as a recipient. What I need to do, I have to open this one, and you can see that we have the data which we receive from our provider. There is one option which is mount to catalog. That means where you want to see the data, in which catalog you want to mount this data. Okay. Again, we have two options. We can create a new catalog to mount, or we can use the existing one. I don't have the existing one, so I'm going to create a new one. Like it is received data. This is the name of my catalog. I'm creating it. Now I have mounted the catalog. So if I go to the catalog here, now you can see that we have in the delta share received, our catalog is available. And if I open this, you have the source schema, and you have the table, and you have the data here as well. So we just shared the data from provider, and we received this data as a recipient. You can copy this data table name. You can open the SQL editor, and you can write the query as well to check the data if we are receiving all the data or not. So let me just write the data, uh, select query. Now you can see that we have 5 records here. So we just completed our data sharing from our provider to recipient. Now I'm just going to add one record in our source. Right now in both the workspace, we have five records. I just want to give you the demo how the real-time sharing is working. I'm just going to add one record here, and you will have uh, this record will be reflected instantly in our recipient side. Okay, so let me open the query editor at the source side. I'm going to insert one record in our table. So just let me add this record, the sixth record. I'm writing an insert query that will add a new record in our source table. I'm running it. So you can see that after running this query, uh, we have included the data in our source table. Let me re-verify it. Now in our source table, we have 6 records. Again, just reiterating it. First, we have created the provider, we have created the share, we have shared one table, which is employee data source with our recipient. In both the tables, we have 5 records. Now I have just added one records in our source table, and I want to check what is the effect of this adding of a new record in our source table. Will it be reflected here or not? So this was our received share, right? This is our received catalog where we have received the data. I'm going to check if the that record is reflecting here or not. Okay, let me add the SQL editor, and let me run the query here. Now, if you see here, the sixth record is coming. This was the last record that I have added in my source side. That means this is example like if you are adding the data in source side, and this table is already added in your delta share part. That means you will have the real time sharing of the data. That means if you are adding it on the source side, it will be directly reflecting into your recipient side as well without any delay. That is the real time sharing. So this was the demo where we have shared the data from one workspace to another workspace. I have one more demo that will share the data from Databricks one is workspace to another works, not on the another workspace, but on the Power BI side. So again, let me go to here. Let me open the data sharing part. This is the recipient. Let me go here. Okay. Now what I want to do, I have this employee table which is available in my provider. I want to share the data with Power BI. What I have to do, I have to do what I will again go to the share part, then I will choose the option share with the delta sharing. Now again there will be two options: add table to existing share or create a new table. So I'm going to create a new share. Okay, share name will be like Power BI. And what will be the recipient? That will be a Power BI recipient that I have already created. Okay, so if I go to delta share part, you will see that in the shared by me option, I have created one share where I'm going to share the data with the help with Power BI. Okay, this is here. Okay, so for this demo, actually, I have created the recipient as a Power BI as well. If I open it, you will see what I will do. This is my share where I'm going to share the data with the help of Power BI. And I have already created the recipient, which is Power BI recipient. So if I go to, okay, if I go to manage assets, you can see that what type of tables I have shared. Again, the same table, and this is my Power BI desktop. Let me open it. Here in the Power BI dashboard, you have options like get data from another sources. You can edit, open it. So it's a desktop application. It will take few minutes. I have just downloaded it for the demo purpose. Here in the source side, you have to select Delta Share and you have to connect it. Okay. So what will happen in that case? You have to provide a Delta Share server URL. I have downloaded that URL. Okay, let me get it. So this is the URL that I get it, and I'm providing the value. Now you can see that I just received the value here. You will there is one problem here is like if you want to access the table in the Power BI, it should be an external table, and this employee data source that we have created, this is an internal tables. So if I clicking this table, we will get one issue that this table is internal. You will not be able to fetch the data because this table type is currently unsupported in data sharing part. So the main point here is like I have used the Databricks free edition versions for this demo. That means you will not be able to create external tables here. If you want to create an external tables, there will be some external locations would be there like ADLS Gen2 location or S3. Then only you will be create the external tables here. So I would just want to uh, I mean, I just want to give you the uh, idea like how you can create the your data sharing tables in Power BI as well. So that was the demo. For in that demo, we have seen like how we can share the data with Databricks to Databricks workspace. And in the second demo, I was just trying to connect with Power BI. Unfortunately, that was the managed table. We were not able to check the data in the Power BI side, but we were able to connect the data from Databricks to Power BI. So that was the demo that I want to show you. Okay. So yeah, that's all for this demo. Any questions and answers?
Thank you for this demo. It was super useful. We have a lot of questions for you. So,
Okay.
the first one, could you please compare Databricks features against Microsoft Fabric features in terms of the data sharing, if you can?
Okay. Okay. To be very honest, I didn't get opportunity to work on Microsoft this Fabric. But when I was doing the comparison with Snowflake sharing, I found that Databricks provide us good security and governance with the help of Unity catalog. Then we have the real-time data sharing. So that was the advantage that I found while I was comparing with API and Snowflake data sharing. But unfortunately, I was not able to compare it with MS Fabric.
Mhm. Okay,
Yeah.
it's okay. Thank you very much. The next question, how's the Unity catalog shared with Delta Share? I guess it's question about maybe how to share the whole Unity catalog, not just one table.
Okay.
Um,
Yes. So if I understand correctly, user want to know that how we can share the catalog with the help of Delta Share on the catalog level, right? Not on the table level. Okay. So
yeah, I guess so.
yeah. So here the problem here is like you cannot share the whole catalog with the help of Delta sharing. You want to share the data, you can share it with the schema level. That means first in the Unity catalog we have three level namespace: catalog, then you have schema, then you have table. So mostly you can use table level sharing or you can use the schema level sharing, but not on the catalog level. So if one schema has multiple tables, around 100 tables, and you are sharing the data on the schema level, if you're adding one new tables like 101, it will be automatically received by the recipient. So you can do the sharing on the schema level.
Mhm. Great.
Yeah.
Thank you. The next question. In the inter-enterprise data sharing, the benefit of speed arises due to fact that SQL query execution is pushed to source data, and only the results are retrieved. Correct? I can read if you.
The benefit of so here what I'm understand from the question here is like user want to know that how quickly we can get the results from the shared tables. This is the question, I think. Like if we are sharing the tables, how quickly we can get the results, right?
Um, uh, yeah, maybe you're right. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe we can answer this question in the comments later, and we
Mhm,
can discuss if it's correctly or not. So, yeah, we can move on just to another questions.
mhm.
Um,
Okay.
the next question, does it support RLS, CLS cross regionally?
Yes, yes, yes. So basically, the delta sharing supports both row level security and the column level security. So with the help of Unity Catalog, we can govern the data, we can provide the security. So if you want to share specific rows to the recipient, you can do it. If you want to share specific columns to the users or the recipients, you can, yes, you can manage it with the help of Unity Catalog with the in the cross region as well.
Okay. Next question. Must a receiver have Delta libraries installed to read the sharing tables?
No. So basically, in the demo itself, like you have two Databricks workspace. One was the source, one was the which was provider. The second was the recipient. So we haven't installed any library to get the data. We just received the data. We have provided the permissions to the user, and we have mounted to the catalog. So that means don't have to install any libraries if you want to read the data from the data share on the
Yeah,
Databricks workspace level.
good to know. Thank you.
Yeah.
Is it possible to filter out shared data on the Delta Share provider side?
Yes, that is row level security that you can implement. If you want to filter the data, there are multiple options available. The one is like as per the access given role. Let's suppose that if the user is part of your admin group, you can have all the data. But if it is like a developer, you want to hide certain rows, you can do that. But the standard practice is saying that if you want, the data sharing is the read only share. That means the recipient will just read the data. And if you have the specific use case where you don't want to send all the data, just create a view on top of that table and share that view. So this is the standard practice. If you want to filter out the data, you can create a view and you can do that. You can share that view. But again, yes, we have the options. You can filter out the data and share with the side as well.
Okay, thank you. And we have two questions about automation. Is it possible to automate all these sharing steps, or it just manual work? And yeah, can you please elaborate on the automation opportunities for the shown steps?
Okay. So as of now, I have just explored and I have worked on the data sharing part where we are manually creating the provider and creating the recipients. So basically, what is the use case in project specific is like we are sharing the data on the schema level. That means a complete schema of a Unity catalog is shared with our recipient. So basically, with the automated process, we are adding the tables in catalog in the that desired schema, and it automatically gets appeared on the recipient side. But again, there is no automated process to creating the provider or creating the share or providing the permissions. This is the one time activity that we are doing it on the manual basis.
Okay, thank you. The next question. So, with sharing between Databricks catalogs, we can only share the complete read access to the table. Is it
Yeah.
possible to just allow querying without seeing the data? Often requirements in data clean rooms.
Querying without seeing the data. What
Ah,
exactly it
yeah.
means?
So, is it possible to just allow querying without seeing the data? Um,
Yes. So delta sharing is a protocol that provided recipient the read access only. That means they will be able to read the data only. They will just doing the select query on the tables. The underlying data that will be reside on the provider side on the files, maybe on storage that is ADLS or S3, we don't know. So yes, as part of a recipient, you will just have the access to do the select query on the tables. That will be a read only data. But what exactly here, just like without seeing the data, I'm not getting the questions here. Because by
Me
using
too.
select, you can get all the data. You can see the data.
Yeah.
If yeah.
Maybe to see data in the data catalog or like in data in details,
Mhm.
some samples of it. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can always ask this question again in the chat, and Manish will answer it
Sure. Yeah.
after the talk. Yeah, more properly. So the next question, could you please show which options are available to mask data when sharing it? For example, hiding actual values or some employee name.
Y- Yes. So for that, actually, as a part of demo, I haven't prepared for that. But yes, in the with the help of Unity Catalog, we can have the options of masking as well. That means, again, the row level security, you can completely hide the row as per the designation of the user, and the column level security is like you can completely mask the data, and then you can share the data with the help of delta share. There are multiple options available in the Unity Catalog. With the help of that, you can create a one function, you can implement that function on the table level, you can create a view and you can share the data. But as part of that demo, it is I haven't prepared for that, so I won't be able to show you right now. But there are multiple options, you can go through that.
Yeah, it's just great to know about that.
Yeah.
Very useful feature. Thank you. Next question: is it possible to manage through Terraform?
Okay, to be very honest, I haven't discovered this part and didn't get
Mhm.
opportunity to work on the Terraform. I'll get back to you as well. I need to check on this part.
Yeah, okay, no worry. And I guess the last questions for you.
Mhm.
Do we have extra costs with Delta sharing?
Yes. So whenever you are doing a query on the recipient side, the cost is occurred when a user is doing the query, it's working on the data. For every query, you will have the cost on the recipient side, but not on the provider side. The cost will also occur when you are changing the data, you are rewriting the data, or you are adding tables in your schema. So there is a complete Databricks documentation on the cost of the data sharing part. You can go through that documentation as well. But as per my understanding is like if you are querying a data, a query cost will be occur for that table that we receive the data as a delta share in that case.
Okay, thank you. So that concludes this session. Thanks for joining us, and please leave your feedback using the link in the description. And you can also give the speaker a thank you page, rate this talk, and download this presentation from the talk page. Thank you, Manish, for the great
Thank you.
talk, and
Thank you.
see you at our next sessions. Goodbye.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks everyone.